we here. Hip hop is real. West shit, you know, it's going down. Traffic 5.
Crazy event, man.
Crazy car, you know what I'm saying? Part of that car was Loso, man.
Salute, man.
What's good, bro?
Chilling, man. Chilling, bro. You know, Tink the Demon, Loso versus Tink. I think this battle was supposed to go down. Dang. They were trying to book it for something else, you know what I'm saying? I never, agreed to it. You know, he got real upset, went online and was going crazy and stuff like that. And so when they circled back around, I was like, man, you know, let's go ahead and lock it in. But I ended up injuring my leg 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, you know, I actually been in the hospital, and so I actually came out. My prep was kind of late and all that stuff, but, you know, I called KG before, and we was actually going to cancel the battle. But I was just like, nah, I'm not going to do that, because I already know if I do that, Tink going to try to get online and get crazy again. And so I was like, man, let me just go in there and just do what I know I can. So I just had the crutches with me, you know what I'm saying, went up there. So dope battle. I think it was a good battle, but, you know, I feel like
First, hey, man, like just the first
out the
line
gate,
with
yeah. So I knew. So what's crazy is because I had the crutches. Everybody in the venue kept saying, "It's like, yo, you gotta say something about it, bro. You gotta. I know you got a bar."
Yeah.
And so I didn't have if you ask anybody who I sparred with, you know what I'm saying, like the Horsemen, you know, anybody who I had called, like they had heard my rounds, and they, you know, like Saga, Ward, none of them had heard. I never wrote an intro for that first round, like for the crutches. So I didn't have that until I landed here. And so, because everybody kept mentioning, I was like, man, let me put something together real quick. And I said, yo, what if I kind of like, you know, move these crutches to the side type of thing and just stand still instead of holding it. And bro, when I landed it, bro, that building just like fell, bro.
Yeah.
It's like everything just kind of hit. So, and I feel like after that happened, because he kind of was like rapping in the same pace the whole time.
Right.
Like it was the same, like he was doing 60 miles an hour on the highway. Like it was just the same joint. It was no like cadence switch. It wasn't really no like high energy, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So like when I went and I did that, the momentum just shifted. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of felt like I had won the first round already off that. So, but the rest of the rounds, I felt like they kind of went the same way. And so, you know, was what it was. But yeah, I felt like I left there with a 30.
Yeah, I talked to Tink too, right after the battle. He feel like you may have gotten in the building, but he said that camera is gonna like.
That's what he said.
Might say something different too. You know
everybody always say that. Yeah, but yeah, as long as he felt like, you know, in the building, I definitely got it, because that's what I felt like.
Yeah, I mean, he was feeling like it was a lot of stuff that he was saying that was a little bit layered, and he was like, you know.
It was. I ain't gonna front, like. Tink one of those battlers, bro, that you think like you kind of already know what you're getting, like it's the torture stuff and it's kind of surface, but it's not though. Like he's saying things that was like he even rebutted my hate maker.
Yeah, that was fire.
So
too.
When
it didn't hit.
Yeah,
but it was fire.
Crazy. But it kind of hit, but it didn't hit like it really should have, because the whole faith and I'll put you where her husband at, like all that stuff, like. I thought that was crazy, and so he had some lines in there that was really dope. But it seemed, I know what he get, because if you look at Tink's rounds, most of his crowd reaction came from him like calling me a faggot, right? Yeah. And so he probably looking at it like, that's what y'all reacting at? You know what I'm saying? I'm over here layering, I'm putting all this other stuff together. Mm-hmm. But maybe it was probably like the delivery or something like that. You know, there was some spots where he kind of was a little choppy too. But he could have easily cleaned up. We was originally supposed to go second right after RX and Yoshi. But he wasn't, you know, he wasn't feeling well, so we had to push it. And that's why we did it after Jay and Nunna. So,
yeah, I mean, so how'd you feel about? I mean, like you said, you didn't really know what to expect with him, because in his first round, I think you in your second round, I think you kind of started it, and you was saying how he was like being gory and stuff like that. But his first round he wasn't even really on the gory stuff. So I was like, he kinda...
But you know what? It's still that dark. Yeah. Like his content is still dark. It's still, you know, and even his delivery too. So you're getting one, even though he can do it at a high level, you still getting that one thing the whole time. And so, I mean, the only thing that I kind of was surprised by that he wasn't. So I just watched the Jada Nightwing battle. I don't know if you saw that. And his first round was like crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's rocking the room every punch. And it seemed like he was a little more punch heavy there. This time, it seemed like he was trying to have a conversation with me.
Right.
So that's the only reason why I probably wasn't translating as well as he thought it should have. But that was it. That was the only thing that surprised me, that it kind of, and then his pacing was slow.
Yeah.
Like there was no, bro, like he really,
kept the same
yeah,
pace.
he was it felt like he was walking through his material the whole time, which maybe it could have been because he wanted them to really catch it.
Yeah.
It could have been maybe because, you know, he was trying to like conserve his energy for something else. I don't know what it was, but I know the whole time when I was listening, I just kept thinking to myself, I said, man, like I wonder if he's gonna try to like switch it up. But it seemed the same thing though.
He didn't come with the whole religion angle and stuff like that.
He did.
You know
He did.
He
But he didn't
had
even
a bar
start.
to him about
Yo,
it.
he didn't even start with his intro though, which I think his intro's fire,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like that whole, you know, I pull a style out, some like people say it with him. You know what I'm saying? So I was surprised that he didn't even start with that, but.